Warning, this video contains spoilers for The Amazing Digital Circus, so if you haven't seen the show yet, I suggest you watch it before you watch this video. For those of you who decided to stay despite the spoiler warning, The Amazing Digital Circus is a show created by Gooseworks and Glitch Productions that is on YouTube actually. It follows a cast of characters who found themselves trapped in a digital world with its creator being an AI known as Kane, and he creates adventures for them to go on like it's a video game. The show itself touches on very real and sensitive topics like dealing with mental illness or loss or existential dread. Although the show is full of wacky colors and characters, it's most definitely not for kids.
Oh, wait, I forgot to ask for a kids' meal toy.
You're not a kid.
Oh, yeah, an adult toy then.
You guys would be surprised at how many people disagree with that statement, even though the creators of the show themselves said that it's not meant for kids.
Oh, yeah, an adult toy then.
Out of all of the main characters we could be talking about, I actually wanted to take a step back from them and take a look at the background characters. Unlike every other show that exists, background characters for The Amazing Digital Circus are very different in a very specific way. You see, the entire main cast, except for Kane and Bubble, are all humans who are actually trapped here, but the background characters are NPCs that Kane created for his adventures.
I'm sorry, could you speak up? I couldn't quite make that out.
It's not something that's really talked about a whole lot, because they're mostly just throwaway characters, but the second episode makes it clear that they are so much more than just background characters. In episode 2 of The Amazing Digital Circus, we are introduced to the main group of villains for this adventure that Kane created.
Do you think your mum's gonna pull through if we get all this back to the village?
I'm sure she will. This much syrup would save hundreds of people.
We won't know for sure until we get back to the village. She's a fighter, though. She taught me everything I know.
Immediately, they are given backstory and are shown to have memories that exist before the adventure was even created. I want us to follow the events of the episode through the eyes of the leader, who is Gummy Goo. After setting up camp, you see that the people you and your gang stole from have sent a group of adventurers after you. Naturally, you tell them to get in the truck and to try to lose the pursuers. The other group manages to catch up to you, and one of their members manages to get thrown out and climb onto your truck. You decide to try to lose them through a path of spiky rocks, but they manage to follow you through, and they even ram into you, trying to knock you into the ravine that is next to you. You manage to think fast on your feet and activate your truck's deep defenses, which are a bunch of spikes that poke out from the sides, deterring anyone from trying to hit you from the side. The group pursuing you, however, seems to ignore the spikes and ram into you anyway, almost making you both fall into the ravine. You quickly grab the wheel and drive your truck against there, trying to stop you from falling into the ravine. You manage to get out of that situation, but your truck spins out of control and into a hill. Next thing you know, something goes wrong. The truck starts shaking violently until you suddenly fall out of it. You're falling, plummeting to only God knows where, until you hit solid ground. You stand up and find yourself in some strange liminal space. You call out to your lads, but no one is there. You wander this place all alone, trying to find your way around it, but it's seemingly endless. You suddenly find an open space within this void. You think you see people that you know, so you run towards them. You suddenly stop and stare, shaken to your core. Everyone you've ever seen is down here. Civilians, the queen you stole from, your lads, and yourself. But it's not them. That's not you. They're like statues, standing perfectly still. But they look so real, it's uncanny. You walk towards them, trying to understand this strange phenomenon. You approach the statue of yourself and reach out your hand. You touch it, you feel it and recoil. It's real. It's made out of the same stuff that you're made out of. It feels the same way you do. But it's just standing there, perfectly still, lifeless. What's going on? What is this? What are you looking at? You start to panic. You don't understand this. What is this and why is it here? You hear a thud. You turn, and the person who got onto your truck is there. Naturally, you ask questions.
What's all this?
I don't know. We're somewhere under the map, I think.
Map?
She tries to answer, but her words don't make any sense and just confuse you more. What does she mean by that? You then realize there's no statue of her or her friends. You ask her as to why.
I'm not sure. Because we are not NPCs?
NPCs? What does she mean? She leaves you with more questions than answers. You start to question everything, even reality itself. You look back at the statues and realize.
Where's Mom?
You have a mom?
Shouldn't she be here with everyone else? I can't even remember her face. Did she ever have a face?
It hits you like a truck. As you try to think harder, you can't remember what she looks like. Jester you're with tries to focus on how to get out of the situation the two of you are in, but she seems like she knows more than she has told you. So you ask her.
I want you to tell me exactly what I am.
You are an NPC. An obstacle made to be in the way of her and her friends. You're not even real. Everything you've ever known wasn't real. Your life isn't real. Nothing is. This is the horrifying reality of being an NPC in the amazing digital circus. You're a puppet created by a machine who's trying to entertain its guests. And what's worse is that it has complete control over you. It can make you do whatever it wants, change everything about you until you aren't even you anymore. This is the existential dread that hits Gummy Goo. Imagine what it's like to be in his shoes. You realize that your entire reality is a lie and was just created to be a one-off adventure. People you know, people you love aren't even real. Some of them have no physical form except for some sort of memories, even with no face. What do you even do in this situation? Nothing even matters anymore. You don't even matter anymore. Suddenly, you're asked a question.
Hey, you okay?
No.
You want to talk about it?
What is there to talk about?
I don't just want to leave you here.
Why not? I don't matter in the slightest. I'm nothing. My life, my memories, my friends. It's all fake.
This may seem weird, but I think I know the feeling. Well, maybe not the exact feeling, but feeling like you're nothing is kind of normal. I mean, people even feel like that in the world I came from. But you still care about your buddies up there, don't you? I'm sure they still care about you.
What does it matter? What do we have when you people leave? We're just obstacles, created to be defeated and forgotten.
Well, you don't have to be. The circus, the place I'm from, well, I'm originally from somewhere else. But if it has to be my home, maybe it can be yours too. The people there are interesting, at the very least. Maybe you could be somebody real there.
Why are you trying to cheer me up? How does this benefit you at all?
I guess I just don't want you to feel like you're nothing. I don't want anybody to feel like that.
But I'm not even a real person. Would I even belong?
I'm sure you wouldn't belong any less than me. And I could use a friend.
A friend?
What do you do when nothing matters? You make something matter. If it doesn't, then just make it matter to you. If someone offers you help, you take it, and you offer it to others who need it as well. Because if nothing matters, then make it matter to you. Pomni has offered you back to her home, where you won't be alone in your situation. Sure, you aren't fully human like they are, but you're still a misfit just like them. You'd fit right in.
Welcome back, my little hard-shelled hamburgers!
So this is the circus, huh? I gotta get used to this.
Oh, looks like one of these guys made it through!
Wait, what?
Oh, wait, what?
And just like that, you're gone. The god of this world, the one that made you, the one that has full control over everything, even you, took one look at you and decided that that simply won't do. Because you're not human like the rest of his guests. You're just his puppet. It's honestly a fate worse than death. Although Gummy Goo's fate is one of tragedy, it doesn't mean that yours has to be too. When you're in a world where it feels like nothing you do matters, you should still try to make something out of it. Even if it seems pointless. I mean, hey, it feels better to be happy than to be sad at times. And in a world where it feels like there's so much bad that it could seem pointless to do anything good, anything could still be good. The little things like hanging out with friends, playing games, making art. Even if it's something that seems small, it can still matter to someone. I mean, that's the reason why I make these videos. I make videos not just for myself, but for everyone who watches them, even if it's just a small audience. Because I know that someone out there might get a little cheered up by something I made. And that's why you guys should keep doing what makes you happy. Maybe it'll make other people happy too. Because, like what one of my friends said, it's about the simple things. Hey guys, it's Fridge here, also known as Will, and this video got surprisingly more philosophical than any of my other videos that I've ever made. I watched The Amazing Digital Circus since its first episode, and I at least wanted to get one video out before the finale released. I don't just do videos like this, I mostly do gaming content, and if you want to see more of either of them, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. It would really mean a lot to me. Thanks, and goodbye.